Bangladesh is not choosing sides in global politics. It is doing something far more dangerous for great powers. It is choosing leverage. When global headlines talk about geopolitics, Bangladesh rarely leads the story. But behind the noise of great power rivalry, something quieter and far more strategic is unfolding. Bangladesh is no longer just a South Asian state navigating survival. It is becoming a calculated player in a rapidly changing global order. To understand why Bangladesh matters now, we need to look beyond loud diplomacy and focus on subtle alignment, silent leverage, and long-term strategy. Are you worried that South Asia's map is suddenly changing? Maybe you think Bangladesh is playing both ends, but it's actually a strategic repositioning. Since Hasina's escape to India from Bangladesh on August 5, 2024, the interim government led by Nobel Laureate Professor Muhammad Yunus shuffled priorities. Bigger Chinese loans, port upgrades, tech deals, thawing ties with Pakistan, outreach to the United States and the European Union. Trade with China jumped. Multi-billion-dollar projects followed. Military pacts resurfaced with old rivals. Cultural pacts resurfaced with old rivals. This isn't chaos, it's a calculated bid for leverage. Diversify partners, build infrastructure, avoid overdependence. The big question, will voters and the next government lock this in, or will they pivot again? For decades, Bangladesh's foreign policy followed a familiar path. Rooted in the principles of the non-aligned movement, Dhaka focused on sovereignty, development, and regional stability. The emphasis was simple. Avoid entanglement, prioritize economic growth, and maintain balanced relations across blocs. But the global environment has shifted. The rise of the Indo-Pacific framework, China's expanding Belt and Road Initiative, and climate vulnerability in the Bay of Bengal have quietly elevated Bangladesh's strategic value. Geography alone explains part of it. Bangladesh sits at the intersection of South Asia and Southeast Asia, close to major sea lanes and emerging economic corridors. Yet what truly matters is how Bangladesh is responding, not through dramatic declarations, but through deliberate recalibration. Most discussions of China-Bangladesh relations focus on politics. The real story, however, lies in economics and infrastructure. China has become one of Bangladesh's largest development partners. From bridges and power plants to industrial zones, Chinese capital is deeply embedded in Bangladesh's growth story. Port development and energy cooperation stand out in particular. These projects are not just about trade efficiency. They carry long-term strategic implications for regional connectivity and logistics. Yet Bangladesh's approach is cautious, not dependent. Rather than aligning politically with Beijing, Dhaka frames Chinese engagement as transactional and development-driven. This distinction matters. By diversifying funding sources and keeping ownership structures flexible, Bangladesh avoids the trap of overexposure while still extracting tangible benefits. This balancing act often goes unnoticed, but it is central to Bangladesh's diplomatic strategy. As the United States promotes its Indo-Pacific strategy, Bangladesh finds itself under renewed attention. Dhaka's response has been carefully calibrated. Instead of fully endorsing strategic frameworks, Bangladesh emphasizes principles: freedom of navigation, economic openness, and regional stability. With the United States, cooperation continues in areas like trade access, labor standards, counterterrorism, and humanitarian assistance. With India, the relationship is even more complex. Shared borders, security concerns, water issues, and trade routes require constant negotiation. Bangladesh accepts military training, infrastructure cooperation, and development partnerships from both sides, without signaling alignment against any third party. This is not indecision. It is strategic ambiguity used as leverage. By keeping multiple doors open, Bangladesh preserves autonomy while increasing its bargaining power. One of the least discussed shifts in Bangladesh's foreign policy is its growing engagement with Southeast Asia. Bangladesh has steadily expanded trade, investment, and diplomatic ties with ASEAN countries. Vietnam offers lessons in export-led manufacturing. Thailand provides connectivity and logistics partnerships. Singapore plays a critical role in finance, port management, and investment facilitation. These relationships rarely make headlines, but they serve a crucial purpose. They reduce over-reliance on any single power center. They integrate Bangladesh into broader Asian supply chains. And they give Dhaka additional diplomatic options. Quietly, Bangladesh is embedding itself into regional networks that increase resilience. Taken together, these moves point to a clear pattern. Bangladesh is no longer reacting to global power shifts. It is positioning itself within them. Its foreign policy today is best described as multi-aligned, pragmatic, and confidence-driven. Rather than choosing sides, Bangladesh chooses outcomes. Rather than making noise, it builds options. Looking ahead, expect Bangladesh to play a more visible role in climate diplomacy, regional connectivity, and development-focused multilateral forums. The real mistake is viewing Bangladesh through outdated lenses, because the most important geopolitical shifts are often the quietest, and Bangladesh's rise as a strategic actor is already underway. Which relationship matters more for Bangladesh's future? China, the US, India, or ASEAN? What's your thoughts? Write in the comments below. Please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe the Dhaka Diplomat channel. Stay with us. Thanks for watching.